Hey, gang, we're coming off of an epic weekend. My goodness, we got Captain Al Clowers joining us today, but what a spectacular weekend for our channel, for our group, for everybody. We had an epic Zoom meeting last night with a bunch of people that are trying to figure out if it's even worth being a part of our website. And also, yesterday, the Mississippi River Monster Mega Pro Series went off and it was crazy. We watched the team win $100,000 yesterday on the largest catfish tournament in the United States of America. We got to watch that live for 4 hours yesterday and 5 hours the day before. We got to watch the qualifying teams make it the first day, and then they went out and had a fish off yesterday with 25 boats. Oh, that was spectacular just to see all that stuff going on, Al, in the middle of the country in Mississippi. And then we had Captain Pablo Fernandez take us for a little tour of you have a absolute jewel down there in San Diego, Al, that no one even knows about or talks about. That barefoot bar with those yellowtail and the bass and the sheephead, just to go over there and see that with the kids, that was so fun yesterday. We got to market the hell out of that. That was some fun stuff, Al.
Right? That's Pablo's deal in Mission Bay over there.
Yeah, that's a cool place to go. You don't even have to be on a boat. You can go over there and just check it out, right?
Right? Oh, yeah, no, it's a perfect place to go eat, have a beer if you're a drinker or whatever, have lunch and take the kids and make sure you take some kind of food for the fish and they're boiling right up there. I'm surprised guys aren't over there at night with a hand line catching them yellows.
Yeah, that's a good way to get shot.
You can probably catch those things on a Frito.
Oh, absolutely. My gosh, the way they were reacting to that bait yesterday on the water, that was incredible. But today, Al, I want to talk about how important it is to be prepared. I mean, you go on Captain Al's boat, and my gosh, gang, you're going to have whatever. You don't know what you're going to stumble into out there on the water. You want to fly the kite? Al's got kite rods. He's got kites. He's got helium bottles. He's got the kite rods, the rods to fish with it, the bait rods, everything. You want to go flat fall fishing? He's got the McCarty setups. He's got the rods, the reels. He's everything. You want to go fish the back bay? He's got the little spinning rods on the boat. You want to go jig fish those yellows down at the Coronados? He's got that. You want to go slow troll baits? He's got that. Whatever you want to do, he's got it. But listen, Justin, why aren't you on here? We're doing great. Where are you? Justin, how you guys doing? Well, normally we're doing this with you, so we're like, where are you? But when you go with Justin or Al, it's all about being prepared for what you're going to do when you go offshore. And Justin kind of talked about it the other day, how he went offshore and didn't have the stuff. Then the next day he went offshore with the stuff and got them.
Right.
And
that's why all that stuff's on my boat, Dave.
You got to be ready. But I'm going to tell you guys the number one thing, if you decide I want to go offshore and you don't have a really good pair of binoculars, don't go. Go sand bass fishing, go down to the Coronado Islands, feed the sea lions, go out to Catalina, feed some sea lions. But if you're going to go offshore, you best have a pair of binoculars.
Right? Fuji 9 bylights at the minimum.
Yeah, exactly. A really good pair of binoculars will cost you 3 offshore trips. And you guys will go, oh no, I don't spend that much on. I'll guarantee you, if you're going offshore, after you buy your bait and all the Mad Max and the McCarty reels and the braided line and the kite and the balloon and the kite rod and the flying fish and everything, and you didn't spend a couple grand on a pair of binoculars, don't go offshore. Jimmy Kingsmill, who sells the Mariner Frasers, he says it all the time. Yeah, there you go. You got to have at least a pair of Fujinon stabilizing binoculars. Those aren't gyros, but they're good enough for you to go offshore with. But if you have a pair of field glasses to watch the Padres play baseball or something, Those aren't binoculars. Don't go offshore. All you're going to do is look for Al when you're out there, or look for Justin. You're not really participating in the act of fishing. You got to get out there with a good pair of binoculars. How important is it, Al, to be able to see?
Very important, especially when you're 64 years old. You got to have those binoculars. Some of them kids can see pretty darn good with the naked eye, but binoculars are important. It saved my trips many times, man. I could see a bird on the curvature of the earth with those things. 3 miles away, no problem.
Yeah, and
try to look 3 miles away at a little tiny tern bird with your naked eye. Ain't never going to happen.
Yeah, you're missing out on. You're going offshore and you're missing out. And I've had members call me and say, "Hey, we followed your game plan that Justin or Al or you put out, and we didn't find any of those fish you were talking about." I go, "What kind of binocular?" "Oh, we didn't have any." And I talked to, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but I talked to a gentleman this morning, one of our members, and he told me I'm not going to say his name. There he is. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, Justin, but he said, "Hey, I followed Justin's game plan from last week, and I went to the 209. I went to the 267. I went to the 157. I went up the backside to the 499, and I'm all, you did all that yesterday?" I go, "What did you do? You drove around at 30 knots the whole time?" He goes, "No, more like 35, 40. And I'm all, "Yeah, to cover all that area? And you never fit." He goes, "We didn't find anything." I go, "Well, you can't even look. Justin, your camera looks terrible."
Let me try to go outside. I'm trying to turn on the Starlink really quick, and when the Starlink comes on, it'll fix it. Here, it's probably better now.
Much better now. Yeah, so it's important to have the proper things when you go offshore. But another thing, when Justin or Al tell you to, "Hey, go look at the 43 or go look at the 209, that doesn't mean to go by there at 35 knots. You can't look. You got to slow down. You got to slow the boat down, maybe put out a couple cedar plugs or something, troll around at 6.5 knots when you find the foamers or the kelp patties. Then you can start running and gunning. But if you're going to go out there and look at an area, you got to look. I mean, Captain Al, how do you approach it offshore? What's your
Well, I got that CH500, so I'll burn a little bit out there, and then I'll shut it down before the area and put the jigs in, and I'm looking through the binoculars.
What's a CH500?
Searchlight, Fresno searchlight sonar. So I can't run that thing unless it's 10 knots or less. So it's my eyes underneath the water for the most part.
And I want you guys to understand, most of the people that are very successful offshore, the big time captains, they're all running a sonar. And you cannot go 10 knots. You can't go more than 10 knots with that sonar down. And why can't you?
Because it's on a hoist, and the hoist, once you turn it on and you activate the hoist, it goes down below the boat with the dome. That's a heavy plexiglass that's sticking underneath the boat. So the G forces of over 10 knots, it doesn't like it, and you can crack your dome.
Yeah, it'll rip it right off, or it'll bend the shaft, and then you'll never get it back up into the boat again, gang. And I've seen all these scenarios, but what we're trying to tell you is the key to this offshore thing is you got to slow down. Just because your boat does 50 miles an hour, or 60 or 70 or 20, you cannot look over an area when you're driving around at 20 knots, right, Al?
Right. Also, if you're talking about bluefin, didn't see nothing, it's all timing. You know, you got to pay attention to the times that they're coming up. All that other stuff. If they're up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you went across it at 12, yeah, you ain't gonna see them. You know.
But you can mark them. You can still mark them down 300 feet deep.
Right.
And you get into a zone, gang, where you're marking these fish down there at 300 feet. Then you want to really start to pay attention. And like Justin says, he doesn't even know how many times that one tern bird that all of a sudden was flying, and then he stopped and he started to hover. And Justin, talk about how that saved your ass many times.
Yep. especially the group that went with us when we took Pablo's boat out last year. Right before we did the. Is my camera okay now? It says my Starlink's on.
Yeah, you look like a pimp.
Like a what?
Yeah, Al said you look like a pimp.
A pimp. So crazy, you know.
Fish pimp.
You're the pimp out. So, golly. So we went out last year on Pablo's boat, and we took a few people out. And all we saw was one turnbird. That's all. Only one turnbird, and the reaction that the turnbird did was it was flying, and it did a quick little swoop, stopped, looked down, and that's all it did. Then it flew away, and we went over that spot, and sure enough, we hooked up.
Yeah, that was a tough scenario too, right? Because there wasn't a lot of fish around.
Yeah,
way down south.
Yeah, that was it. It was really, really tough. But just like Dave was talking about, Dave and I were talking about just a few minutes ago, the if you're flying at like, I'd say 15 plus miles an hour, you're going too fast. Okay, you're going way too fast. You can't see anything, especially if you have a boat that's under, say, 35 feet. If you have a boat under 35 feet, you're not going to see anything. You're rocking way too much to be able to see more than a quarter mile away from you to actually recognize what's going on. Unless you're really keen on finding that small little needle in a haystack out there, you're not going to see anything. For example, when Al goes out, Al can go faster. He has a much bigger boat. He has like a 40-foot boat. He can get up on top and not get as much sway. But if it's real choppy out there, he's going to have to definitely slow it down. And look, same thing with myself. It doesn't matter how big your boat is. If it's choppy, you're going to have to slow way down, almost just into an idle.
Right. Every now and then you might run into a giant kelp or a huge foamer if you're hauling butt that you can't miss. But for the most part, you need to go slow and look.
This year, we haven't seen any foamers. They all been like little puddlers or breezers, or you'll see one fish jump out of the water and you're wondering, is that a mola mola or is it a tuna?
Right.
No birds. There's no bird activity out there. No foamers.
You're looking for flat spots or rough spots, all that little subtle stuff.
Yep.
And you're also keeping your photometer, your up and down meter on, looking for the bait or looking for the fish. Everything matters. When you go offshore, you're spending so much money on all the products that you believe in your heart that you must have on the boat when you go out there. You got to stop and think. And Jimmy Kingsmill is going to try to be on the show with us on Wednesday so we can talk more about binoculars and how important it is. The master of the binoculars, Jimmy Kingsmill. But hopefully he joins us. But gang, we can't emphasize, I get nothing from you buying a pair of binoculars. Al gets nothing from you buying a pair of binoculars. Justin gets nothing. You are going to be the one that makes out on it by staring into the binocular. You get on any good boat, go out on any good long range boat. You see, like when we were with with Roy Rose and the Royal Star crew, the whole crew was staring in gyros while we were talking. They're all looking. They're all staring into the water, looking for a fish. And you got 5 or 6 of the best fishermen in the world, but their heads are inside of a pair of binoculars the whole time. Because Tim Ekstrom will tell you, you can miss that little turnbird, or you could find that little turnbird and turn that into your whole trip. It can make your whole trip, like Al was just talking. That one turnbird Justin found, that made their whole trip. They had already spent $1,000 on fuel and bait and gear, and then they saw one turnbird. It made the whole trip. That's how important it is to have a pair of binoculars.
Yeah, sorry, we're working on the Viking right now, and the technician had to have me send him something. So
it's all good.
That Viking's bad to the bone, son.
It is, huh? It's freaking so nice.
That thing's twice as big as my boat.
Yeah, I think my boat could fit on the bow.
That's a whole nother league, man. I couldn't imagine the fuel burn on just a 12-hour trip on that thing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, I got a I got a great story about that because that's what I did for the last 20 years of my career. And that's one of my buddies right there. Justin's got that job because Matt loves Justin, and Justin does such a phenomenal job, and he totally changed Matt and Heather's life. So good job, Justin.
I like
they
that.
love you.
Went through all the tackle storage and everything's all dialed right now, so that's good.
Oh yeah, they love Justin. They think he's God's gift to fishing. But I want to tell you a story. One time on the Viking that I was running down in Cabo for my billionaire boss, we had one of the guys come on the boat one day, and I knew the guy's financial situation. He's just a regular old Joe, and he's like, "Hey, Captain Dave, I'm going to do the boss a favor today, and I'm going to pay for the fuel." And I was like, "Come here." I took him aside. I go, "You don't want to pay for the fuel?" He's all, No, I'm going to do it for him. I appreciate everything he's doing for me." I'm all, "Dude, you don't understand." No, and it was just a 12-hour trip in Cabo. It was nothing spectacular. We only went 40 miles up the coast. But when you're at speed on that boat that Justin's on, you're burning 130 to 140 gallons an hour.
That's crazy.
You can't dump it in the water that fast out of the spigot. And when we got in that day, he insisted on paying for the fuel, and we went to the fuel dock, and it was $2,700 US for the fuel.
Yep.
And he comes back to me as we're going to the dock afterwards, and he's all, "God damn it, I should have listened to you." And I was like, "Bro, I told you." He goes, Now I gotta go back to the hotel room and tell my wife I just spent more on the fuel than we spent on our whole vacation."
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
That thing's got those big old mans in it, Justin?
It has MTUs, Detroit's. I'll show you. We're working down there right now, but I'll show you.
Hey, how about, what's that thing do as soon as you put it in gear? Does it jump about 3 or 4 feet?
Well, if you don't know how to work it, yeah.
Does it have those little valves that, like, so it doesn't jump so much as soon as you put it in gear?
It has a low idle.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, right.
So we're working down here right now, but here's the engine room. They're almost 3,000 horsepower. MTU 12V 2000s.
Yeah.
You could stand up in here. I really like this rod rack I did, thanks to Dave and his recommendation.
Yeah, that's cool.
Game changer, right?
Yes, it is. So here's the engines right here. Looks like a twin turbo.
Just cleaning that thing is a nightmare.
Yeah, I've been cleaning it in here. But every boat has their issues, right? So we're doing the raw water pump, which is right here. It just doesn't work. It seized, the motor seized. So the technician's going to grab the parts right now. And then I cleaned it up pretty good. I got to do another clean down. And some things that are.
You got a washing company that just shows up when you bring it in?
Here's a Okuma rods. So there is a washer, but for the most part, I have my deckhand clean the boat, and you can see in here ray cores, everything in there. Look at that Promar landing net set right there, just for right now while we do some stuff. Look at the size of these oil filters. Size of my hand.
Yeah, I don't even want one of those big old things. That's a lot of work.
Hell no. Secondary fuel filters. So we will clean it on the way in because it holds like a ton of freaking fresh water. So we'll clean everything up, clean the rods, clean the reels, fresh water, clean the boat. The dock will do a scrub down on the side so it looks nice. And once a month we'll have a washer come and do a little really nice polish quick job on it. So yeah, there's the engine compartment, and you walk out this way into like 170 gallon bait tank But like I said, we literally have stuff just all over. Let me close this.
Water, Justin?
What's that?
You got the soft water bottles at the dock?
They're inside.
Not yet, Al, because that's not their permanent dock. So.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, those things are
for cleaning the boat. No, but yeah. Let's talk about fishing. So yeah, it's a big old huge boat.
Yeah. And I'm happy that you are the guy. It's so cool that you're the guy.
Thank you, Dave.
Matt is super stoked to have you as his captain. He's very, very happy. We talk a lot. And we just talked this morning. He's very, very happy with what you're doing and how you're doing it. So I'm glad that you are on there. That's so special. And
thank you.
It's nice that we're able to work together to help Matt obtain what he wants to obtain, because Justin and Matt work together as a team. And then if they got a question, they just simply call me up and we work together and it brings it to where it needs to be. But yeah, that boat does not look that pretty on accident, gang. Those of you that have never had a boat like this, it is. I'm glad that you're doing it and I'm not anymore, because it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And when you're at home, sitting in your living room or in your snake room or whatever, that boat's on your mind all the time. Every part of that. There's so many parts.
You ain't lying. Ain't that the frickin' truth?
Like
There's so much to do.
Please don't call me up with one of those deals. I don't want
it. Even though, I mean, it is cool for one thing. It's really cool. It's just a lot of upkeep. And I mean, it is a full-time job for like 5 people.
Go up in the bridge.
All right.
Gang, you go up the spiral staircase. Check this stuff out, gang. It's pretty spectacular. And then you're going to see Justin's office. This is a whole nother level of stuff that it has to look this bitchin' every single time. All that aluminum has to be shiny. The steering wheel has to be shiny. No fingerprints, no salt, nothing. Everywhere you look, every nook and cranny has to be spotless. You don't understand, gang. When you're working with bosses like this, they don't want to see any clutter, any garbage. And then look at this is Justin's office.
This is a whole room right here. Watch this. Let's see if I switch the camera this way. There you go.
Spin around, show them the TV. Yeah, buddy, you got to have a TV in the bridge.
Yeah, refrigerator, everything. Good old Starlink, baby, right there. Coming outside.
And then we're going up one more level, gang. We got a big tower on that thing too.
Going up. Crap! You want me to go all the way up there?
No, just look up. Just point up.
Oh, damn! That's like way.
Yeah, buddy.
So.
Justin's part-time, full-time job.
Yeah, right? So then you can go down this way too. Down the stairs. Oh, no shoes on the boat.
Yeah, you can wear them if you don't want to work there.
Yep. So my shoes stay on the dock. Yeah, it has 2 ice makers, deep freezer, which is right here. Deep freezer. Big old huge bait tank. Custom made by Ami. Move this out of the way. Hold on. Offshore Products made that custom made for him. So everyone gets an idea of how big it is. It's done by inches, and it goes all the way to 53 inches. That's how big this thing is. Freaking huge. Don Stanley did such a freaking good job that here you go. That the owner doesn't want us to cut on top of this now, even though it's a cutting board. So we have to flip it over and cut on the other side. But I understand though, because it is really freaking nice. And here's
you don't want it all. There's the drink cooler.
here's a cooler right here. There's a ice maker right here on the deck. Right here. This is a gigantic fish hold right here. This is a live well, which is going to be a fish hold now also, or an ice hold, because we don't need a live well. We don't go largemouth bass fishing on this boat. So, but here's our bait hold. And let's see. I'll get some stuff out of the way. Sorry for the mess. We're working on it. I'll show you our tackle center, part of our tackle center. You already seen the rods. There's our pliers and knives and stuff. And then here's the cool part right here. Custom made for Ahi GT 4 fluorocarbon. That's the only line we have on the boat. All these are all filled with hooks and weights and so on and so on. And it just keeps going down and down. Squid stuff, more stuff. But yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and I bet you have, check this out. I bet he has some of these on there. Hold on one second, Justin. All right, gang, your saltwater guide, Dave Hansen. We're out here at the ICAST show with Promar, and they just introduced their new series of the Akara jig. Now, you've seen me use this Akara jig in Alaska, down in Cabo, and all over the place in Southern California. Now, what is really cool, they've stepped it up. We have the 170 gram Akara, and we have the 130 gram, which is gonna be great for fishing in Southern California for that deep water rockfish. But the really cool thing about it, over here in Florida, they're using these things on those deeper reefs, the 100, 120 foot reefs, catching snapper, catching Goliath grouper, catching great barracuda. Why do I know that? Because everyone's showing me all the pictures of all the fish they're catching. The 170 grams is gonna get you straight to the bottom, which is the most important thing. Then once it gets down there, you do the slow pitch where you lift the rod tip up and let it flutter down slowly. These things are insane. The reaction bite is incredible. You will not be disappointed if you try these in the slow pitch jigging. That is sweeping the nation. So check out the Akara jig in the 130 and the 170 gram. You will not be disappointed. You got any of those on there?
We got more than that on here. We got the Ahi squid catchers. We got the Ikara jigs. We got the squid squirts. We literally have everything on this boat. It's pretty freaking sick. And it's all organized. And when we put it all away, we make sure it's all organized. Why? Because it has to be organized.
Because everything matters.
Yep. And if you notice all the rods, they had no reels on them. Well, I'll show you all in a second. Good. How are you doing? Oh, there you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All the time. Are you right? You too. All right. So hold on one second. We got this bag. So, Deckhand bag. We have a couple of these on the boat, and we'll open them. Oh, I got it the wrong way. Hold on. All right. What do we got in here? Oh my goodness! And they're all organized. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Reels, reels, reels. Hey Arnie, how you doing? Yacht sponsored by Promar. Okuma and Deckhand Sports.
Very
And
cool.
Offshore products. Everybody's in on this deal.
And everybody's on it. Offshore products, everyone. So if anyone knows what these are what we use to get around on the boat. Because it's really hard to talk outside of this enclosed fly bridge. Start yelling at people, what are you doing? All right. That's all.
Yeah, and if you like that fillet board that Justin was just showing, there's the QR code to get yourself one of those for your boat. Don Stanley will sign you right up, right, Justin?
Yes, he will. And it's all custom too. If you have an idea or you have somewhere you want to put it on your boat, all you have to do is tell Don Stanley, say, listen, I want something made to go right here. And he is really good at customizing and making something that will fit perfect for you.
Yeah, he's got that CNC table. He'll make it whatever you want. It's pretty spectacular. His product, second to none. Everybody in the family has them on their boat, and then to put it on that beautiful yacht and show off that product, that's incredible. That is pretty dang cool. But don't forget, today is sponsored by Promar, gang, and Justin just showed you if Promar is good enough to be on a 61-foot Viking, it's good enough to be on your boat. I promise you that. Don't even think about it. If you need some product, Promar's got you covered, from the GT4 fluorocarbon, the wind-on leaders, the landing nets, the bait scoops. You go with Captain Al or Captain Justin on their boats, and that's all you see being used. And then you go back and you look on your boat, and you'll go, shoot, I have Promar products. I didn't even know they were Promar products. They make everything you use all the time, gang.
Oh, and I didn't even show the gaffs either. We got 3, 4. I don't know. We got a lot of gaffs too, and they're all Promar. Every one of them.
Captain Al, are you falling asleep on us?
No, I'm with you.
All right, Captain Al.
We caught some spotties on those Acaros the other day with John Stanley.
Those little girls caught everything in the bay. That was a beautiful sand bass.
Right.
That was a freaking stud of a sand bass.
Venture down to the islands and offshore.
Yeah.
Captain Al, you going to be fishing live tomorrow on Starlink?
Yes, sir.
We get to go to the Coronados tomorrow with Al, Justin.
Oh, that's going to be freaking fun.
Yeah, they're biting down there, right, Captain Al?
Yeah,
Al is really, really good at the Coronados too. He's going to freaking kill it. I already know.
Tomorrow.
It's fishing.
Right.
When's your next trip,
I know the calicos are biting full speed. I got a backup plan, but all you want calicos and barracuda. But the yellows are biting in the morning. We're leaving at 5, so we'll be down there about 6:15, depending on the bait line.
Nice.
So my next trip was going to be tomorrow, but all of a sudden the freaking wind decided that it wanted to freaking howl out here. And my next trip will be probably Saturday on this boat.
Hey, it's been howling up there, right? All week.
All freaking week again.
Yeah, like
again. I don't know. Yeah, it's freaking horrible. I don't know.
Yeah, it's blowing down
I'll
there
show the
right
outside
now.
of the boat too.
15, 18, probably.
Yeah.
The only cool thing, that's one of the cool things about going to the islands. You can ditch out of that wind if you have to.
Yeah. I think I may be teaming up with Sonny on Saturday over at the islands.
Right on.
Yeah.
You got to take the owners out and show them how to catch fish?
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
You ought to be able to get there pretty quick.
Yeah, this thing cruises at 30 knots.
Yeah, eat up 5, 6, 7 footers too, no problem.
Oh yeah, 100 and something gallons. I think it's 58 gallons per hour per engine. So what's that? 120 gallons an hour. Yeah, that's what 100 times $5 a gallon. That's $500 an hour.
Yeah,
that's all.
Big leagues, Justin. My boat burns about 23 gallons an hour at 20 knots, both sides combined. That's manageable for a poor guy like me.
Yeah, it's pretty dang crazy.
Yeah, well, those Vikings weren't made to be charter boats.
Right?
No. Catalina charter on this thing would probably cost around 10 grand.
Right.
Yeah, for a half day.
Right? Yeah, it's crazy. It holds 1,800 gallons of fuel. So 1,800 times $5 a gallon, whatever the heck that is, that's a lot.
Hey, when you fill that thing up, that credit card's probably pretty freaking heavy, huh?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Now, what you want to do every once in a while is tell the boss you put it on your card and just Venmo me the money. You get your points so fast. You get points quick when you do that.
Yes.
You fly
every
once
once in a while,
in the wintertime, all those miles.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, get used to working your ass off 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right, Cubby? It never stops.
Hey, Justin's still in his 40s. He can handle it, dude.
Yeah, exactly. No, he needs this.
You know,
Fun.
yeah, that's not for me. That's for sure. I can barely take care of the Riviera and the Spingari.
You got 2 boats to take care of. Holy cow!
3 with the lake boat, but
Dang.
keeps you busy. As long as I don't break down, I'm good. But I've been broken down for a couple of weeks.
And your lake boat?
No, my body.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's even worse.
I've been blasted. But Thursday, I get my stitches out of my nose, so this should get a little more streamlined. The big holes I have in me, it's going to take a couple months for them to heal. So, got one behind my ear right here, one behind my neck. Then this one right here opened up Saturday. It popped open, so I thought I was going to have to go to the ER to get stitched back up. And the guy says, "Nope, just let it heal. Fill it full of Vaseline."
Oh, yeah.
Cover it.
That's because you did what you weren't supposed to do. You went out fishing when you were supposed to stay home, but you wanted to take John Stanley's family out there.
And now he's going tomorrow also.
I didn't say anything about that. He knows nothing about that. So
I'm sorry. Well, now he does.
But it wasn't because of that.
In the world knows
I took I was going to do it by myself on a regular basis. I would have did it myself because it's fun fishing with those guys. But I called my deckhand. I said, "Dude, you got to come with me. I can't do anything." So I was sitting up top, and when they stitched it all together, I've already had surgery here before, so it was super, super tight. So basically all I did was look a little too far to the left, and it popped it open. So it wasn't really from fishing. It was just, it was going to do it no matter what. It probably would have did it in the middle of my sleep.
Right.
But, yeah. But anyway, I feel a lot. Today's the first day I feel halfway kind of normal.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, Cubby, I'll call you definitely. I think this boat's not that far from you either. It's over here in Newport.
How long is that from your house, Justin?
It's about 45 minutes, 50 minutes. It's closer than my boat.
Cool. That's exciting for a young buck. That's a good opportunity. It fills in all those voids as far as monetarily, you know. There's been a lot of voids lately.
Yep.
I'm starting to get busier. I think I have 15 trips this coming month, right?
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
But back to being, so it was cool for Justin to show us the boat. And what I wanted him to do that for was to, you guys all can understand, you just got to see everything that he has on that boat prepared. He's prepared to go fishing with Matt and the kids. Now, He's not doing the offshore thing right now. So, yeah, he doesn't have the helium tank, the balloons, the kite, because he's going kid fishing this weekend. He's not going to be going offshore. But if he was, then all that other stuff comes onto the Viking. But the thing about it is you got to have places for all this stuff to go to. Now, if Matt was to tell him, and this is how most owners are, on Friday night at 10 o'clock at night, hey, we're going to go tuna fishing tomorrow, then it's a mad scramble for us as captains. It's like, woohoo, okay, here we go. But
And you can't say no, otherwise you don't have a
no,
job.
and I believe
So
in my heart they're just waiting for someone to tell them no, because no one tells them no. So I think it's a game. They want to see
Yeah.
who the first one is, because they're going to unload on you.
it's really funny. So I'll tell you a quick little story. That I was going home the other night. I was heading home, and the owner of the boat calls me and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm all driving home. He's all, "Were you just at the boat?" I said, "Yeah." He's all, "How far are you?" I'm halfway home. He's all, "Right, turn around and come back. We're going on the water." I said, "Oh, okay." Yes, sir.
I'm not about
Turn
all
around.
that, man. I like my freedom.
Yeah.
Been too many years working for people.
Yeah, it's part of the deal, though. The yacht world, it
Yeah.
looks really cool from the outside, but it's a massive, massive commitment.
Yeah.
You can't plan nothing. You can't plan nothing. They want what they want when they want it.
Yep. Hey, to change the subject on the fishing around here, everything's biting, huh, Dave? Everything. From
Yeah,
the bay to the kelp beds. You want to catch a bunch of stuff in the bay. You want to go to the kelp beds and just waylay on the calicos. You want to go to either the islands up north or down here. They're biting. You got big bluefin, you got little bluefin, you got yellowtails on kelp. You got a few marlin out there. Everything's biting, and the calendars are kind of getting a little filled up. So, if you guys want to go with us, you better hurry up and get on the calendar. It's phenomenal right now.
yeah. You see what
Be Dan
Danny
Kim.
and Kim, they found a bunch of yellows out on the 182, but they said they want to wait till Al shows up so they can get on his boat.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's biting, gang, and Justin and Pablo, or excuse me, Justin and Al have availability on their boats, but not a lot of availability. And as you just got the tour of that Viking, it's going to come to a point where he's going to start taking all of Justin's time. So you want to get on Justin's calendar as fast as you can, and you want to get on Al's calendar as fast as you can, because Al just took John Stanley's granddaughters out fishing day before yesterday and showed the whole world how good fishing is, not outside in the bay. So now you're going to get just bombarded by all these families that are looking for stuff to do before they send their kids back to schools. After the kids go back to school, then it's time for the parents to go tuna fishing and do all that other fun stuff that Al's so good at. But that bay fishing right now is on fire if you go with Al when he tells you to show up. I mean, you guys did it good with those girls. My God, Al, that tide was perfect, right?
Right. John's like, at the end of the trip, he's like, "Hey, man," he goes, "You weren't nervous knowing the girls were coming on your boat?" And I'm like, "No way, dude. I got it under control."
Yeah, those little.
You know what something really cool that Al has down there that we don't have up here? Is he has that bay fishing. Up here, I mean, yeah, you can go bay fishing, but you're not going to catch 100, 200, or 500 fish like Al catches every day that he goes out in the bay. And has anyone, maybe I shouldn't ask this because it's a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Has anyone been out into Long Beach Harbor, LA Harbor? It gets choppy as all get out. If you get out in San Diego Harbor, it's pretty doggone smooth out there. So if anyone's worried about getting seasick or anything like that, definitely San Diego Harbor.
It's a lot of fun, man. I really get a kick out of taking the families and the kids. Many, many, many hundreds of moms bring their kids that never caught a fish, and I've taken tons of seasoned anglers that are light line guys. I love it. They take them to the back with a little skiff, fish that bonefish stuff or whatever. I've even done Corvina trips back in the day, early in the morning, leave like at 4. But that bay is phenomenal. And right now it's ripe. It's as ripe as it gets.
It's on fire. It couldn't get any better. It's so fun back there. And the thing is, like Justin said, you go to Long Beach, LA Harbor, besides the wind, my goodness, that's probably one of the, well, it is. People don't understand. It's the busiest harbor in America. It's the third largest harbor in the world. That's where all your commerce is, all your cargo comes into Long Beach, LA Harbor. It is going full speed, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, day, night, it doesn't matter. You don't have that going on down there in San Diego Bay. I mean, yeah, we got the Navy down there, but they pretty much they're not moving a bunch of freight around all day down there, and there's not 10 giant ocean going tugs going balls fast as they can, and all the other boats driving around the harbor. You get that living bejesus beat out of you in LA Long Beach.
Right.
So you come down to San Diego, Al goes underneath that Coronado Bridge and you're done. You're not going to see anything. You might see a couple skiffs, but you ain't going to see nothing except fish raining on the boat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
It's way cool.
I definitely wanted it to be top tier for the Stanleys, It's like, it was pretty wide open, but it wasn't full speed, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, they missed a couple of big ones too. And I'm like, dang. And then we're just sitting there. I'm like, let me go check on this little rock over here. So I went over there, and that's where I forget her name, Ayura, caught that big sand bass. And I was like, yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Big grumpy sand bass in there, man. Some days you catch a couple handfuls of fish over 3 pounds,
I want to try to learn that way because you like piqued my interest when I seen you go live the other day when you guys were slaying all those fish, and you weren't using live bait. And I'm a live bait fisherman, but you're using those. What were they, shrimp or something like that? You're using those lures or the plastics.
It's the Berkeley Gulp shrimp, 3.5 inch.
I seen those and I was like, man, it looks like they'd work, but I don't even know how I would even use the doggone thing. So I need to get with you and find out how to use them.
Here's the theory, Justin. In San Diego Bay, I think all those, the Corvina and stuff like that eat fin bait mainly, but I've caught them on the Gulp a little bit. But the spotted bay bass, the sand bass, even the halibut, when the tide's moving, all the silt is gone on the bottom, and they're spitting. I showed John Stanley when they spit up a razorback clam on the deck. I go, look, hey, grab that thing real quick. I said, doesn't that look like the Gulp? So these fish are eating razorback clams, ghost shrimp, and worms, and that stuff's just rolling around the bottom. So with those baits, basically you can just throw it out there and stick it in the rod holder, or you can pop it around or work it. But if you work it too fast, you won't get bit. But because they're looking for stuff that's rolling around the bottom, and they just go slurp it right up. It's insane. A buddy of mine.
You doing like a dropper loop style?
No, just straight tied to a 1/2 ounce lead head.
Carolina style, or just straight let it slide?
Straight, just like you're tying a hook.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. It doesn't
Hmm.
make any sense, Justin. You throw it out there like out, you just dead stick it, and then the next thing you know, there's a spotted bay bass or a sand bass on it. It was hard for me to wrap my head around it when I went down there and fished with Al, but I'll be go to hell. What a great lure for people that don't know what they're doing, because the fish just climb on the damn thing. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen.
Weird.
It's the weirdest thing. You'd think you were using a live bait. You just throw that thing out there, let it, make sure it's touching the bottom, dead stick it, throw it in the rod holder. And then Al's like, Dave, turn around. You got one. I'm like, what? I got one. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I had to slow the girls down.
Back.
Hey, slow it down, man. Slow it down and don't move that thing. And then they started getting bit.
Yeah, exactly. You think you're supposed to work it, but you're not. So, gang, while Justin's gone, I'm going to throw Captain Al's QR code up on the screen. I'd highly suggest you get in on this thing. The tide is super important if you want to do that back bay thing. It's all about the tide. And then if you want to go out in the ocean and do some yellowtail fishing at the islands or some offshore fishing with Captain Al, it's all available. Everything's there. But get on it sooner than later, right, Al?
Yes, sir. We got about 8 more weeks. It's time to go. It's go time right now.
Yeah, and check his website out there, gang. Everything's right there. But the best part about our guys, all of them, is our phone numbers are there. And when you call, you don't, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you don't, it's not somebody from India answering the phone. It's actually Captain Al Clowers.
Right? And that kid Andrew's been following my game plans.
Yeah.
And smashing them up pretty good.
Oh, yeah. He's been posting on the website. It's pretty amazing. He's having the time of his life. He had no idea there was that many fish in the back bay.
Yeah, it just shows you that I'm not bullshitting when I do my game plans.
Well, the only people that think you are people that hate themselves.
Yeah.
We got plenty of haters on the planet, and believe me, I'm still mad at Billy Kay and I'm mad at Mark Wish because I was the most hated guy in Southern California for a very long time, and I'm bummed that those guys have taken away some of my hate. I want the hate back. I want to be the most hated guy because that means I'm doing everything right. When they hate you, when they hate, as they crawl in their bunk on their thin piece of vinyl to go lay down and tell everybody, the whole world, what a dummy Dave Hansen is. As I look at, I'm checking out my monkey. I'm sitting in my beautiful home in Cabo San Lucas. I think Kelly and I are having a steak and lobster for dinner. I know it. I'm a dumbass. I know. I don't know what I'm doing. You got me, guys. You got me. You got me. But Justin, how can they go fishing with you? Are you going to have any time to take anybody fishing?
Well, so now that you mention it, and Cubby mentioned it earlier as well. So I'm only running charters for Your Saltwater Guide people and Paul and people that have been on my boat before. So
we don't even need to put your QR code up because you can't run them, huh?
Nope. Yeah, go with Al. Unless you've been with me before. Sorry. But I'm not taking anyone else right now, unfortunately.
All them LA people just drive down to San Diego. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Leave early in the morning and it's 45 minutes, right, Al?
Right? Yeah. That's my motto. Leave early. Get back early.
Yeah.
That's what I like. 5 to 4.
When I was in the union, I used to tell all the guys that worked for me in the union, I go, hey, we're in the union. Go to break early and come back late. You know how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad I get to go fishing because I was worried about these 2 days, tomorrow and Wednesday. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling too hot. And I woke up this morning. I'm like, oh, man, I'm kind of good. I'm ready to go.
You need to get better, though, because if you get worse, you're going to be out even longer.
Yeah, no.
You really need to get better.
But like Captain Al said, unfortunately, Justin, it's been a shitty season. I'm sorry, I'm using bad words, gang, but it's been a horrible season, and there hasn't been a lot of hay. And he's got a little bit of hay growing in the backyard. He's got to go out there and get it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got backup, guys, but it costs money.
Seems like, you know what it seems like? It seems like the only people that are getting charters are people that want to pay, like 30 and 40% to these online companies that put them in the front and lie to people and tell them that they're the best charters in the whole wide world.
And the guys running the illegal charters that aren't paying their fair share and they're not paying their percentage and they're running illegally so they can charge way less than you guys.
Yeah. And they're on Fishing Booker and they're launching off the boat ramps. And,
Yeah.
I made it a point a long time ago that, I like to run my own company. I don't want to be I don't want to be stuck bound to some broker. You know what I mean? And
See,
it's
this guy that I'm working for is like so freaking like lenient and nice. He's like, oh yeah. He just told me the other day too. If you just want to, or he told me today, if you and your deckhand want to just take the boat out, tomorrow or something, go right ahead. I was like, no, I'll just wait for you. I'll be good. I don't have to take it out. I'm good.
right.
No,
You gotta clean it.
don't get caught in that trap because it's going to take
Heck
you the
no.
next week to clean it.
Heck no.
It all looks good. Everyone used to always, hey, how come you don't take the boat out? Boss said you could take it out anytime. Well, Max is on here right now. He was my deckhand forever. Yeah, it's fun to take it out, go fishing for half a day for fun, and then spend the next 4 days cleaning it up. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. No thanks.
And
No thanks.
like EJ was saying, hey, you could live on that boat. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to touch a blanket, a sheet. You don't want to touch anything. The beds are made perfect. You don't want to lay on them. You don't want to do nothing. You want to get in, do your job, and get out. It looks cool from the outside, gang, but when you got to go down there and make all those beds and there's just so much that you don't understand what's going on there. Everything you
Yeah.
touch, you have to clean right afterwards.
I was just a
It's
minute
not
ago, I was
enough.
cleaning these freaking stairs I just went up. That's what I was doing.
You gotta walk around with a rag in the back of your hand.
Yeah, I have a rag right here. It's just, I don't know. It's not my boat. It's his. So I would never take it out without him because it's his boat.
No.
It's hard enough cleaning our 40 footers, let alone a 60 footer.
Yeah. Yep. So, but yeah, John Stanley, I read your comment. Yep. If you notice also, I'm not going to say anything. People hate me for saying stuff that's true, so I won't say anything. He does do a good job though. And most of the people out here, including him, learned from Dave Hansen. I'll tell you that.
Everybody wants to do what we're doing, Justin. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
No one pumps out more content than us. No one puts out more information than us. No one takes care of this industry more than us. The rest are just wishing they were us. That's the way it is, gang, and that's how it's going to stay. Thank you for the compliment, Justin. I appreciate it. Capt, now, Clowers, go lay down. Get ready for your big trip tomorrow. What time can we all expect so we can set our watches? And the rest of you guys that aren't following us on YouTube, you got to hit the notification button because when Al and Justin go live, you don't want to miss it. We go live even when we're not catching. That's the cool thing about what we're doing. So you get to learn how they're figuring this thing out. Like I always say, anybody can go live when they're hooked up. Woohoo! I'm live. I'm hooked up. Look at me. I'm all yeah, how'd you get hooked up? They don't show you that. They don't show you. We do. We go live the whole time. Justin, Al, they go live for hours and hours. The other day, Pablo went live for 7.5 hours, hooked one fish, had 77,000 views. I don't know.
Yeah,
Crazy.
you just gotta let it run. It's live fishing with me, so sometimes I know what I'm doing and sometimes I don't.
And what time can we watch you learn?
Probably right around 6:30, 6:45.
All right, gang, set your alarm clock. That means I got to get up early tomorrow, Al. Damn it.
Oh, hold on. This guy has a dead boat in the water. Hold on.
Oh, is he going to crash into you?
I think it's going to crash into the piling.
Oh, cool, cool. Let's go full screen, Justin. Let's see.
Hold on. Let me grab my key too. Hold on. I don't need my key. Hold on.
Let's see this, Al.
Oh, he's got something stuck in his pot.
Uh-oh. We lost the Starlink. There it is.
There's a lot of those little dory boats or whatever you call those things.
You got to flip over to the Wi-Fi. Bummer. He ran out of his coverage. Yeah, I do, Lance. Yesterday is live for 4.5 hours on my day off. Figure that one out. Yeah, he lost his connection when he ran down the dock because he was on Starlink and you get far away from the boat enough and then it goes, oh, he's back. He's back.
Okay.
All right. What's going on here?
He put his trolling motor down. Oh, snap. What was that? Oh.
Yeah, there you go, Mike Lewis. Yeah, they're called Duffies. And your comment about the bait tank, Mike Lewis, you can tell I was in charge of getting the bait tank. I got the biggest bait tank he can fit on his deck.
Yeah, let's walk around and see how these people have their boats tied up really quick, huh?
Yeah, there you go. That would be fun.
Look at this one. Look at this one.
Oh, yeah. Check that out. That's a new knot. Look at that. I like how it's about to fall off on the back side. That's cool. That
Looking
looks like
good.
he
Looking good.
watched
Oh,
one of
what
our
the heck?
videos.
You forgot how to do it on that one. Oh,
Or
this
somebody
one
else
looks
did
like
that
you
one.
know how to do it over here. Let's see. This is really funny though. If you walk down these docks and see people tie their boats. What the? Oh crap! I gotta go. Sorry.
Bye.
The boss is calling you.
Yeah. Cubby will back me up on that. The thing about it, Cub, is he's gonna find out because Matt's gonna scoop him up and be full time, and then Justin's gonna find out when Matt and he wants to travel. He wants to start taking that thing down here. He loves Cabo. There you go, Justin. You'll be at work for like 25, 30 days in a row, 40 days, 60 days, 90 days in a row. You'll find out. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to be at work for 60 or 90 days straight.
Yeah, just ask Adam. He's full time.
Yeah. The reason they have such expensive boats and don't know how to tie them up because they don't do the work. It's the people they hire. Even though you got a captain's license, that doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing, right, Al?
That's right. Some people are really good at taking tests.
Oh yeah, you can get today nowadays. You can get a captain's license out of a Cracker Jack box.
Yeah, I struggled when I got mine.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to. They know how to drive the boat when everything works. They know how to drive the boat. They don't know how to tie it up. They don't know how to clean it. They don't know how to take care of the engines. They don't know anything about maintenance, but they got a captain's license. They're all that in a bag of chips till there's a problem. Until there's a problem. And then all of a sudden they get revealed. They don't like that.
Right. All right. Well, what else you got?
I got me taking the rest of the afternoon off and hanging out at the pool because look at how pale I am right now. I haven't been out in the sun in a long since I got back from ICAST. I haven't gone outside. I've been making millions of videos and getting millions of views. I mean, I don't know, Al. I'm going to go outside for a little while.
There you go. Go check it out. See what's out there. You might be surprised.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice outside. It's about 102 degrees today and about 70% humidity. It's nice outside.
Nice. Yeah, those girls down there must not have very much clothes on if the weather's like that. Go have a look at them.
Brett, you have to have 796 days. 796 days, Brent.
For the
But
Masters.
what?
For a Masters, right?
Yeah, for your captain's license. And then it all depends on how big the boat is to how big your license is. But that doesn't, just because you worked on a boat doesn't mean you know how to do anything. I mean, yeah, you know how to take a fish off. You know how to flip a burger. You don't, that doesn't mean you learned anything. Believe me, trust me, when I was young and dumb and I worked on the boats until I was sober, I didn't know nothing because I knew everything when I was drunk and high. I knew everything. So I didn't learn a damn thing until I got sober. And then I started learning stuff because my ego, even though my ego is huge, I would never say I don't have an ego. My ego is bigger than this show. But Yeah. Once you get sober, you find out all the things you don't know, right, Al?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking about that, one of my really close sponsees getting 20 years. He called me today about he's having a little barbecue at the park. 20 years, man.
Woohoo! Yeah, there you go. That's not easy. Sometimes it's not easy to get a day.
Right. Oh,
String
Ron,
together a bunch of days, you get 20 years.
I never thought he'd make it. I used to take that guy to dinner in Coronado every Wednesday night, go to the meeting. He would go get drunk, and that lasted about a year until he got a 502. And now he's got 20 freaking years. It's insane. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go.
All right, we're done. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. We will see you tomorrow morning, Al.
All right. See what I can do.
Super excited. Yeah, we are still learning, Cubby.
See if I can catch a couple.
Give Captain Al a call.